Hey JMT, today you're going to learn 4 magic words that are going to help you save the planet. We're going to have a game show, and then I'm going to teach you how to upcycle some trash to create a magic trick that you can share with your family. See, when it comes to saving the environment, there's 4 magic words. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and there's a 4th one you might not have heard of before, refuse. You perform a sort of magic when you recycle. You actually have the power to change something old into something new and make the world a better place. So you might be thinking, what does recycling have to do with magic? Well, I went through my house and I found some old newspapers and kind of tore them to shreds here. Just to give you a visual of what exactly is happening when you're recycling. And it's really just the process of taking something old like a newspaper and creating something new out of it, or maybe even creating a whole nother newspaper. So why is this so important? Well, to give you an idea or a visual, Americans use disposable items. Those are items that can be used one time. They use so many disposable items each year that we could actually line them up and they would wrap around Earth, not one time, not 5 times, but 300 times. So let's talk more about these 3 R's. The first R is reduce. Reduce is simply using less waste. So for instance, if I had my ketchup bottle here and I wanted to use less of it, we could use our power, the 4 R's, especially reduce. To use just a little bit. We can also reuse, such as plastic bags that we get from the supermarket or packing material from any packages we might be getting. Recycling is simply the process of taking something old that was already used and turning it into something new. The 4th R that we were going to talk about was refuse. And that's as simple as maybe refusing to use plastic bags at the supermarket and bringing your own cloth bag. What do you think the world would look like with no recycling? The thing that comes to my mind are our landfills. They would be huge mountains of garbage, bigger than what they already are right now. And unfortunately, there's no magical way to just make all of that vanish. So it's up to us to use these 4 magic words to do our best for the environment. Okay, it is review game show time. So your goal right now is to go find somebody in your house, whether it's a parent or a sibling, somebody that can play along, and you're gonna keep track of the scores at home, and we're gonna have a quick game show to see who gets the most points. Okay, scoring for this game show. You get 2 points if you are the first person to answer and you are correct. If the second person answers and they're correct, they get 1 point. Okay, here we go. Question 1. Americans throw enough garbage away to fill 65,000 garbage trucks every year. True or false? And the answer is false. It's not every year. It's actually 65,000 garbage trucks per day. Question 2, true or false? Reduce, one of the 4 R's. Reduce means to use less waste. And that is true. Reduce means to use less waste. Question 3, the 4 R's are, and the answer is reduce, reuse, recycle, and refuse. Okay, true or false? The word reusable means it was made from old materials. And that answer is false. Reusable actually means to use the materials are able to be used again. True or false? Disposable items are items that can be used one time and then turned into waste. And that is true. All right, guys, this is the lightning round. So the goal is for the first person to answer this correctly gets 5 points. Here's the question. Name 3 things you recycle in your house. And the last thing we're going to be talking about is upcycling. So we are actually going to find something around my house and we're going to upcycle it into a magic trick. And I'm going to teach you guys how to create one at home. Hopefully you have the materials. If you don't have the materials, no worries, you can watch along. All right, guys, we're going to upcycle something to create a magic trick using we're going to reuse, recycle. And that way you can go teach your family members a little bit about what we talked about while you're showing them a magic trick. So you're going to need an empty water bottle, you're going to need a straw, and you're going to need the water bottle's cap. Okay? The first thing you're going to do is put the cap on the water bottle. Then you're going to take the straw, give the cap a couple hits on top of the bottle. And on the third tap, 1, 2, 3. It should go right through. Now, how do we get the straw out without taking off the cap? Well, we got to shake the bottle and make the cap disappear. And once the cap is gone, we can get the straw out. So here's the secret. You're gonna take the cap ahead of time. You're gonna take a pair of scissors and you're actually gonna cut the cap right in the middle. Right down the middle. So then you're gonna have 2 halves. Once you do that, you're going to take your empty bottle. You're going to act like you're putting on a full cap. But really what you just did was put on half the cap. So once that's on, you don't want to be too close to the person or your family. You want to be back here a little bit. And you can even hold your finger over the whole part, just like you're holding it naturally. And say, okay, we're going to take the straw and we're going to tap the lid 3 times. So you take your straw, and from above it looks like this. I'm tapping once, tapping twice, and then the 3rd time, I go right inside the bottle. Now when I go to tip it over to show that it's stuck in there, not like that. When it's stuck in there, I'm actually flipping it over and leaning it so it's stuck on the cap part. I bring it back over. I say we have to make the cap disappear. So to make the cap disappear, you give it a little shake back and forth. And as you're shaking it, you're actually slowly turning it. So you'll shake, shake, shake. And I'm looking right here until I can see the full cap. Because I know if I see all cap, then it looks like there's no cap to your family. Once the cap disappears, you flip it over and the straw should come right out. If they ask you how you did it, you say, I did it really well. If they laugh and say, no, really, tell us how did you do it? You run. They won't catch you. That's what I do.